In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. But among the endless empires of man, alien, and demon, a forgotten kin has returned. Once thought extinct, once mocked as a relic of early Warhammer, they are back, harder, smarter, and angrier than ever. Today, we delve into the story of the Leagues of Votann, the long-lost cousins of humanity, and their place in the 41st millennium. Before the Leagues of Votann, there were the Squats, one of Warhammer 40K's oldest factions. Back in the 1980s, during the earliest editions of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, the Squats were humanity's space dwarves, miners, traders, and hardy warriors who lived in the galactic core. But by the mid-1990s, Games Workshop quietly removed them from canon, citing creative stagnation and difficulty fitting space dwarves into the increasingly grimdark tone of the setting. For decades, they became a meme. The Squats are dead, players would joke, and they'd say their worlds were supposedly devoured by the Tyranids on their journey through the universe. But then, in 2022, after almost 30 years of absence, they returned. Reimagined, reforged, and reborn. The League of Votann had arrived. So who are the Leagues of Votann? Well, the Leagues of Votann, also called the Kin, are a clone-descended transhuman offshoot of humanity. Their ancestors were human settlers and miners who ventured deep into the galactic core, where radiation, gravity, and time itself twist reality. Over the millennia, they have adapted. Their genes were engineered and optimized through cloning technology, creating a species tougher, more durable, and more rational than baseline humans. They no longer see themselves as humans, they are now kin, bound by family, logic, and a loyalty to ancient machines of wisdom known as Votann. The Votann are the heart of kin civilization. Massive ancient AI constructs, often called ancestor cores, they are repositories of knowledge, technology, and culture stretching back thousands of years. They hold the genetic blueprints of the kin, their histories, and even the personalities of their ancestors. To the kin, the Votann are not mere machines, they are sacred. Each league has its own Votann, guiding its people, deciding disputes, and maintaining their genetic lineage. But there is a catch. Many of the Votann are failing. Their data cores are overloaded, fragmented, and decaying after millennia of use. And that degradation has consequences. It leads to strange decisions, forgotten ethics, and increasingly ruthless logic. The kin are pragmatic people. They value logic, loyalty, and prosperity above all else. Their society is organized into leagues, alliances of clans and holds, each with its own traditions and priorities. They trade, they mine, and they fight to survive in some of the harshest regions of the galaxy. To outsiders, they might seem cold or emotionless, but among themselves, they are deeply communal and fiercely loyal. Every kin belongs to a hearth, a family unit that defines their identity and place within their hold. And every kin knows the ancient oath. To the ancestors, to the kin, and to the Votann. They are not zealots, not conquerors, but if threatened, they fight with the fury of an entire civilization built on survival. In the 41st millennium, the Leagues of Votann are both traders and warriors. Their fleets roam the stars, mining asteroid fields, salvaging relics, and occasionally trading with the Imperium, although relations are tense at best. To the Imperium, the kin are abhumans at best, heretics at worst. A species dabbling in forbidden artificial intelligence, which is a no-no in the eyes of the Imperium. Yet the kin do not fear the Imperium, the Orcs, or even Chaos. They have fought them all, and they have endured. Their technology rivals that of the Adeptus Mechanicus, with plasma weapons that don't overheat, void armor that can shrug off las cannons, and war machines like the Hecaton Land Fortress, a rolling fortress bristling with railguns. They are, in every sense of the way, a lost branch of humanity that advanced while the Imperium decayed. As of the current 41st millennium narrative, the Leagues of Votann are slowly stepping back into the galactic stage. They operate primarily within the galactic core, a region so hostile that even the Imperium rarely ventures there. However, recent warp storms and the Era Indomitus have opened new paths outwards for the Votann. Kin prospectors and trade fleets now cross into Imperial space, encountering humanity for the first time in centuries. The Imperium's reaction? Suspicion, accusations of AI heresy, and occasional open warfare. Meanwhile, the kin themselves remain divided. Some advocate cooperation with the Imperium, and others call for isolation or dominance. Their return is a mystery and a warning. The kin survived where even the Mechanicus faltered, and they did it without the Emperor. The Leagues of Votann are unique in the 40k's Grimdark universe. They are neither zealots nor monsters. They are more like rational survivors. Where the Imperium preys, they calculate. Where chaos tempts, they resist. Where others die screaming in faith, the kin simply endure. But their pragmatism can also make them terrifying. When pushed, they will exterminate threats without hesitation, their logic unclouded by mercy. To the kin, morality is a function of efficiency. If something threatens the survival of the League, it will be destroyed. No anger, no cruelty, just cold, mathematical necessity. And so, the Leagues of Votann stand as both a symbol of humanity's potential and its peril. They embody everything the Imperium lost: rationality, progress, self-reliance, etc. But they also carry a shadow, the looming decay of the Votann and the moral emptiness of pure logic. Their ancestors fled the Imperium's tyranny, and now they return to a galaxy burning with faith, madness, and war. The question is, will the kin save humanity from its ignorance, or will they simply outlast it? The Leagues of Votann are not a joke, nor a relic of the past. They are a mirror, showing us what humanity might have become if it had chosen reason over religion and unity over zealotry. Whether they are allies or enemies, one thing is abundantly clear: the ancestors have returned, and they have not forgotten.